Never apologize for your strength. Strength will make you a target. Strength will make you misunderstood. Strength will make you hated by the weak and respected by the strong. And if you are not careful, the world will convince you that your strength is a flaw. That your power is too much. That your decisiveness is arrogance. That your ambition is selfishness. That your dominance is toxic. This is the trap. They want you tame. Because a strong man cannot be controlled. The war on strength. We live in a time where weakness is rewarded and strength is demonized. Where mediocrity is celebrated and excellence is shamed. Where soft men are praised for being agreeable, while hard men are told to tone it down. The modern world does not fear your kindness. It fears your capability. Because a capable man is not dependent. He doesn't bend under false authority. He doesn't need permission. He can protect. He can provide. He can build. He can destroy. And men like that change the course of history, which is exactly why the system would rather you apologize for being one. Strength will isolate you. When you refuse to play weak, you will be different. When you refuse to agree with lies, you will be disliked. When you refuse to lower your standards, you will be called hard to deal with. Understand this. Not everyone will celebrate your strength, because your strength exposes their weakness. Some people don't want you to be strong because it makes them confront the fact that they chose comfort over courage, excuses over execution, fear over freedom. They'll project their insecurity onto you. You're too serious. You're too intense. You work too hard. You care too much. But what they're really saying is, you're everything I should have been, but was too afraid to become. Strength has a price. Let's not sugarcoat it. Being strong costs you. It costs you comfort. It costs you friends. It costs you sleep. It costs you moments of ease and lightness that weaker men indulge in every day. But it buys you something far more valuable. Self-respect. Power. Peace in knowing you can stand, no matter the storm. Strength is forged in fire. In discipline. In saying no when it's easier to say yes. In waking up before the sun when no one is watching. In working when others are playing. In enduring when others are quitting. And once you've paid that price, once you've earned that inner steel, never apologize for it. The world wants your edges sanded down. They'll say, don't be so competitive. Don't be so assertive. Don't be so ambitious. Don't be so sure of yourself. Translation? Make yourself small enough so I don't feel insecure around you. Never comply. Because the moment you shrink to make others comfortable, you've betrayed the very thing that makes you who you are. The truth is this. Your strength is not the problem. Their fragility is. Strength protects more than you know. Strength is not just physical power, it is moral power. The ability to stand when others bow. The courage to speak when others stay silent. The resolve to endure when others collapse. Strong men are the reason weak men get to live in safety. Strong men hold the line when danger comes. Strong men carry the weight when it's too heavy for others. Strong men keep order when chaos rises. If you weaken yourself to fit into a soft world, you betray not just yourself, but those you're meant to protect. Kindness without strength is weakness. They will tell you to be nice. But niceness without the ability to fight is just a survival strategy for the powerless. Real kindness comes from strength. Because only a strong man has the ability to choose mercy. Only a strong man can say, I could crush you, but I won't. The weak have no choice but to be nice. They have no other card to play. You don't need permission to be powerful. Stop asking for approval to be who you are. Stop explaining why you push yourself. Stop apologizing for not being average. Average is overcrowded. Mediocrity is full of voices trying to pull you down. But the top? The peak? That's where it's quiet. Because few have the strength to make it there. Your mission is not to be liked, it's to be respected. And respect is not given to the apologetic. Strength is your responsibility. Every man has two choices. to grow strong enough to stand for what's right, or to stay weak and watch the world burn. Strength is not a luxury, it's a duty. It is your responsibility to sharpen your mind, harden your body, and fortify your spirit. Because if you don't, you will bow to those who have. History has never been written by the timid. It has always been forged by those who refuse to apologize for their will, their vision, their ability to endure. Never apologize for what you've earned. They didn't see the sleepless nights. They didn't see the mornings you trained in silence. They didn't see the battles you fought alone. They didn't see the years you spent in the shadows, building the man you are today. So when you stand tall, when you speak with authority, when you carry yourself like you belong, never let someone guilt you into softening. They didn't bleed with you. They don't get to dictate how you carry your scars. Your strength is not about you alone. It's about the men watching you. The sons who will grow into the standard you set. The friends who need to see that discipline is possible. The strangers who need proof that it's okay to be unapologetically strong in a fragile age. You are a lighthouse in a storm. And if you dim your light to keep the darkness comfortable, the ships crash. The law of strength. Strength is not arrogance. Strength is not cruelty. Strength is simply this: the refusal to bow to weakness. It is the man who says, I will not break. I will not fold. I will not apologize for the weight I can carry. And that man becomes a force. Not because he's the loudest, but because when the world trembles, he's still there, unshaken. Final word. Never apologize for your strength. Never shrink to make others feel big. Never soften to soothe fragile egos. Never dilute yourself to blend in with mediocrity. Be firm. Be disciplined. Be unyielding. Because in a world full of broken reeds bending in the wind, the man who stands like stone becomes the only thing people can truly lean on.